Something right, something slight. Rebel on the mic and Show Life TV, season 4. We here.
Season 4.
What's going on today, my brother, my brother?
We just chilling.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, my brother.
My name is Taylo. I'm with Rescope Records, and you're listening to Show Life TV.
Yes, indeed, man. We here, definitely getting it in for sure. We definitely gonna talk about it, man. We definitely gonna get right to it, man. Where you from?
Originally, I'm from Kenya.
Okay.
I've been out here in the Salt Lake area for about 20 years. Okay. So, you know, with the culture.
Yes, sir.
Very different, but been able to adapt to it smoothly. I wouldn't say smooth, but over the years, I've adapted to it. I've adapted to it a lot better.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Indeed. So what was your your journey like out here? You know, was it all music? Was it all entertainment? Was it, schooling, family? Because we all know, everybody get to having kids and whatnot, and then next you gotta sit back. But
no kids. Family was a big part of my life growing up, but I was more in the streets. I was more lost. I didn't know myself, really. Just a young hoodlum African individual trying to find his way, through America, because that's what it was.
Yeah.
And at some point found music, which was a blessing, and it helped me navigate my way through adulthood and seeing real things for as they are. Just enjoying the creative process of it. Music is a journey for everybody, no matter what time and age they decide to get into it, whether it's like 6 years old or even 30 years old. The ones that truly respect the craft are going to know that it's a creative process, and you can't keep everything the same. You got to let it flow.
100%, man. You got to let it flow. What they say. What was your mental health like in the last, let's say, year?
My mental health, that's a good question, by the way. My mental health has been like up and down in a roller coaster motion, sometimes sideways. And not many people talk about it or get a chance to talk about it, but it's kind of tough, for men out there. Not all men, but for men in general, just struggling with mental issues, or just have a lot of stress going on throughout their life, having to juggle and go through obstacles to try and maintain, feed families, put food on the table, provide, pay their bills, or even just have some time for themselves, and that's key. I would say it's a key point of life, where men they need to understand that what they're going through in life can affect them sometimes in a negative or a positive way, and having that cycle where you get to filter all those negative emotions and negative vibes, negative thoughts out, and talk to somebody about it, whether it's a therapist, family member, close friend, girlfriend, whatever it is. It really helps somebody, not essentially heal, but start to see there's a bright light to the tunnel.
Yeah, it's a progress. You letting out that emotional, like you said, negativity, if it is there. I mean, even if you just needed to talk, because sometimes some people that, the most positive people just be needing to talk.
Yep.
About whatever, however, and sometimes they just need to let it out. And we all do. So for sure, man, I can relate to that. Definitely be holding it in. We getting in our pride and let that ride, and you're like, man, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes you could just like look at your dog or look at your homegirl and just see that they're going through something, and and like they're just trying to be strong. They're just trying to be a man. They're just trying to be tough, because you know, as men, we're taught to be tough.
Yep.
And not to let our emotions out or whatnot.
Yep.
And some people, like, our emotions can get the best of us, you know. Yes. Or your emotions can kill you, you know. Sure. Your emotions can either make you stronger or they can make you weak, you know. And everybody's different. It cycles through people's brains differently, but the fact that it's even being brought up is a step to bettering the community for men. You know, if there was a community out there for men to go out and talk to other men that are also going through the same situations, or just whatever, any kind of mental issues they may be having, struggling with, you know, obstacles they might be going through, it might be good for them to talk to somebody or talk to a group of people, you know, in like a setting where everybody's comfortable and they know what they're doing. You know, I think that would be cool. But
yeah, we definitely got to have more of that, man. And not just only for 1 month, you know, for sure every month, every day, every day as much as possible. We got to release that. We got to release that conversation. We have to. Yeah, but I had to, you know, put that in there and get that, you know, get that down first and get that out the way.
Yeah,
that was mandatory. You know, we here right now, and all we can do is continue going and keep it moving, keep the motion up, flow. You know.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and talk about, you know, your upbringing into music. What inspired you to do music?
My inspiration for music was just being a juvenile in the system. I got locked up a lot when I was younger, and I was a good cat too, you know. And a lot of people that seen me or viewed me as a good person, individual, you know, and then saw the stuff that I was doing in the streets, just, you know, making a bad name for myself, you know, messing up my reputation. That kind of like really got to them, because they're like, oh no, I just know he's a good kid, you know. And I'm out here in the streets getting into trouble or whatnot. Not gonna get into detail, but at the end of the day, being in the system, being in locked up and stuff, I kind of just found a love for music, because I was just kept away from it for so long. Not being able to, you know, just wake up in the morning and just, you know, search up whatever I want and start playing that music, you know, just not having that freedom to be able to just tune in, tune out from the rest of the world and just tune into your own vibes and just vibe, you know. So that kind of got to me, and so I promised myself after I got out I was going to try and make music of my own, so that I can just make my own tunes and have that freedom for myself. And that's what it came down to. And just growing up, I kind of really had to find like how I wanted to insert myself in the music industry, just knowing that it's so competitive. Went to school, graduated high school, took an early college class for music introduction. So like I was even an intern at Spy Hop. So there was a lot of things that I kind of did to try and set myself up for this music. I even went to college as well too, to learn about audio engineering and music production, along with music business. So it's a whole process that it kind of came down to that is making me who I am today, or that put me in my position today. But at the end of the day, those are necessary steps that were needed to be taken, because that helped a long way. So that way I know what's coming in the future. I know how to just not make music, but, you know, perform in a business aspect of it as well. But yeah, that's just a little bit of history. I don't know if that answers the question.
100%.
Maybe overflow of that question.
That was a great answer. No, 100%, bro. Like that, it makes me more comfortable knowing that. Okay, yeah, it's not just now. Well, yeah, I was just rapping with the homies.
Yeah, it's not just rapping with the homies.
Yeah, like I was in we was in the garage messing around, and I just said, yeah, let's do it. You got an actual backstory behind it and need to be heard. Like I said, man, sometimes people got to be heard and they got to let it out. Let it out.
Yeah, so that's just a journey that I took. If anybody else's journey was different, I ain't shitting on their journey at all. But that's just my journey. And I'm more than welcome to sit down with anybody is down to talk about it and show some of the talents and shit.
Exactly. So let's talk about one story. One good jail story you had about doing a song. So you was in your cell making a song. How did it come about?
Oh, I wasn't in my cell doing a song.
No.
I wasn't even making music then.
No.
No.
That's why.
Because like I told you, I was limited from listening to music.
Right.
So like I wasn't making music then because it was like U92 playing music, and it's like I hear I don't know, a song called Artist get played in a matter of 5 times in 2 hours.
Literally.
And I don't have no control over that. If, like I said, if it was on my phone, I'm skipping that. I'm playing the next song. So like, that's what inspired me, because it's like, shoot, like how can this person can have that much plays in the radio while I'm here locked up? All we can listen to is, Yeah. So it's like we just vibing. Yeah. And so that was the setting, and I was like, you know what? It just set me off. I was like, you know what? When I get out of here, I'm gonna do something about this. So like that's my chase, that's my goal, that's my journey.
Yes.
Eventually, somebody else, some cat's gonna be locked up. I don't know, 2000 what, and they're gonna be listening to my music being bumped 5 times, 6 times, and then I want them to be inspired. I want them to be mad and be like, fuck that.
Right.
I want my song to be played. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, it's all a drive.
Yes.
It's all a process. Here at Rescope Records, we have a whole team, and we are pushing to strive, get better, not knocking down anybody's hustle, but we know it's a tough industry for sure. So it might come with a little bit of drama. It might come with a little bit of negative, positive energy. Sometimes you just gotta find a wave, just go with it. And sometimes some waves ain't for you.
No.
And that's okay. We know that here at Rescope Records. And what we're gonna do best is to make ourselves better, and anybody that is willing to tag along the journey.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Anybody that sees the real in us, anyone that sees the talent in us and sees the motive. Yeah. And that's what it's all about.
For sure, the process, my brother, and then the follow through. That's all that's it to it, man. Let's get into that part though, where I made a mistake at. When you got up out of your situation, what was one song that you really remember that you first recorded?
When I first recorded?
Yeah, what was that?
Well, everybody knows that when I first started recording songs, that I didn't sound good. So let's just put that out there. So like my first 2 years of making music, if you thought I was good, like, nah.
Yes, man. Yes, women.
Like that ain't it. Yeah. So like, I'm gonna just be the first one to put that out there.
Yes, sir.
I sucked, coming out, like being new,
Yeah.
I sucked and I hated it and I knew it. And one thing was, I'll tell you the story.
Yes, sir.
Like, have you ever like made a song, or being that new made a song and like showed it to like a homie or something? And you pull up on him and you're like, yo, what up, bro? You're like so excited to show this homie this new track. And you're like, well, not excited, but you're like, hey bro, like come check out my new track. Like you're excited to show off the new track.
Yeah.
And you show the homie the new track, and his homie has a homie there too, so you have like an outside critic there too.
Yeah.
So like they're listening to the song and shit, and just like you see him like this, like and like you're looking at him like waiting for a reaction, bro. You waiting for a reaction, bro. You waiting for a reaction. It's like, you know, and like a song goes through, like, you know, 3 minutes later, and like and like you shut it off, and it's just like nothing but dead silence. Like dead silence, bro. Nothing but dead silence. Like that moment, bro, being in that situation, like just back in the day when I was new, bro, I was like, fuck, dude, like I really suck. You know, like I really suck. And it's like just finding out that moment that you suck, and it's like you have a long ways to get better. You get what I'm saying? And it's all about the process, you know, like talking about the process. And it's just really like just thinking back, and it's like wow, like now, like look at me where I'm at. Like I don't know if they can really tell me if I suck, or if they're gonna be like, back in the day you suck, bro, you know. And I'd be the first one to admit that. And it's crazy that you asked that question too, because that's a little story. Not a mistake that I made, but like a lesson that I learned.
Yep,
you know, as an artist, knowing that like not everybody's gonna fuck with your shit, you know, and especially if like you're starting a new journey in whatever it is in life, you know, it could be a lesson. Like when you first start out, you're not gonna be the best. No. You're not gonna be making good content. You're not gonna be making the best or whatever it is. But in some point of time, things are gonna start progressing. Like pieces are gonna start coming together, and everybody's gonna start seeing the full picture.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And that's what the process is all about.
Yes.
You know, and if people don't understand that, like,
they got a long way to go.
They got a long way to go. You're gonna have to hit the books.
They're gonna have to go back to the books, because you know they're getting rid of books.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're gonna have to ask the administrators to bring books back.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy. Well, let's get into what is what is it? Excuse me, Rescope Records.
Rescope Records.
Rescope Records. What is it? Tell us about it.
Rescope Records. What is the best way to answer this question? I mean, Rescope Records, I mean, we here, you in it. It's a lifestyle. I think Rescope Records is an experience, I would say, to bring to everybody. There's 4 records, Taylo being myself, Green Eyes Loco, Coleon, and New School. The 4 of us come from different walks of life and just seem to mesh together very well, and we complement each other, from producer to engineer to artist, singer, R&B artist. You know, it varies. Like me and the 3 of us, we're very versatile, you know, and I don't know, it's really awesome environment that we're in here. We really like to bring an experience to our listeners. You know, like everybody, I mean, imagine going out to a local show. You know, like obviously you're gonna have a bunch of different artists that are gonna be like, yeah, I'm performing, I got my dog that's there, yeah, okay. But what is your main purpose for this show? And our main purpose for a show is when a listener or supporter comes to that show, or even somebody new, they're gonna be like, who the hell are those artists? Yeah. Okay, we want to give them that experience, like, wow, who are those artists, what kind of vibe did they bring? And it's a whole lot of energy anytime they are in the room, you know. And that's the type of experience that we like to bring to anybody that books Rescope Records artists. And or any features for Rescope artists. And yeah, I don't know if that answers that question best, but we're here to bring everybody an experience that they'll most likely not ever forget. We have other local artists that have been here. We have also had other known artists in the building. Sorry, I'm like fucking belching and shit, bro. Like, fuck, bro. We had Lazy Bone in the building not too long ago. Who else have we had in the building? We had Dante Thomas in the building. We have Benzino in the building. I can't remember on the tippy top of my head, but there's some other artists we've had in here too. We had Lil Dump in the building as well too. So we trying to make it a place where, you know, other celebrities or other known artists out there can come and record, you know, and book sessions with local artists or whatever it is, and they can get their work done here. Yes. You know, that's what we try to provide. We also have a podcast room here. We have entertainment room where you could lounge, you know, sit back if you need to relax, had a long day, you know, you need like a good 30 minutes to yourself, kick back for a minute. We got a pool table, you go unwind. We have a studio here, like we are here in the studio right now as we speak.
Literally.
You feel me? Like the booth is right there. I could open that door and we in the booth already. You get what I'm saying?
Like for real, for real.
Like for real, like, man, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, I was just about to say
it's a lifestyle for sure. You know, last night we were here till 12 a.m. You know what I'm saying?
Can't get no better.
Yeah, so we should be working, and sooner or later everybody's gonna know how much work we've been putting in. I mean, we've been silent, but doesn't mean we haven't been working.
Exactly.
Working in silence.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's what it's about. You know, like, not everybody got to be out there open and, you know, in public disclosing their business out to everybody. No. You know, like, that's how you easily get got. Like, that's how...
Out of sight, out of mind, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you get got. That's how people will try to expose you. That's how people will try to throw you in the mix with other people, you know, making moves, you know. So it's like, the more quiet you are about what you're doing, like, no announcements needed. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like,
that's facts, shit.
No announcements needed.
So you're talking about work, man. Let's talk about some of your recent work. What was your last song you just recorded?
Man, that's a good question. The last song I just recorded was like 10 a.m. 10 p.m. yesterday. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
what you think about it so far?
I think it's hype.
Yeah.
Definitely needs some energy. Definitely needs a verse and, you know, some harmonies, some ad libs, whatnot. Some of the backing track. But I have other songs that I recorded just a couple days before too, and they're also really good. But there's the last song that I dropped recently is called "The Motive." It's featured my boy Stack Millie. The Motive. It's out on all platforms right now: Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. It's out there. So anybody want to tune in? Type in Taylo.
Y'all go stream it up right now.
Taylo, The Motive, featuring Stack Millie.
We definitely gonna have it in the description below. Y'all definitely go tap in and stream my boy, for sure.
And you know what it's about?
What is it about? Let's talk about it.
It's about money moves.
Look, man, stop.
It's about money moves.
See, it don't get no better than that. Y'all gotta tune in for that.
It's about money moves. Anybody that's out there making money moves, you just gotta know that that's the motive.
Yes.
That's the only thing that should be motivating you to do whatever you do best. Money moves.
Money make the world go around out. You hear me? Let's go ahead and get into some of the shout outs, man. You got any shout outs you want to give before we get up out of here?
I want to give a shout out to my team. I want to give a shout out to Green Eyes Loco. I want to give a shout out to Coleon. I want to give a shout out to New School. I want to give a shout out to Dakota. Give a shout out to Show Live TV. I also want to give a shout out to all the listeners. You know what I'm saying? They are the ones that make us for what we are today.
Yes,
you know,
100%.
for them, if it wasn't for them believing in us, we wouldn't be where we are today.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to them. Shout out to my family. What else? Yeah, no more shout outs.
No more shout outs.
No more shout outs.
We love y'all, man. I hope y'all
No
love
more
us
shout
too.
outs.
Shit,
Yeah.
man. Good looking.
No more shout outs. You know what I'm saying? Show Life TV, thank you so much for having me out here.
Yes, brother, yes.
It's been an awesome experience sharing my story, sharing my vibes with you guys, and the rest of the listeners, and old or new listeners. It don't matter. And yeah, it's very cool for them to see what Rescope Records has to offer, and what we got to provide here. Anybody out there that's looking to feature, get on a song or anything, hook, verse, whatever, feel free to contact Rescope Records. You could get yourself a Taylo feature, any song. Contact my manager Dakota if you know him, and we'll get you those prices.
Yes, sir.
Show Life TV, we out, baby.